My name is Adrian Kuci. I am from Berat. I live in Milan, in the city of Milan in Italy. On December 15th, my parents, Cristo Kuci and Thalenza Kuci, sent my brother to the hospital in Berat. And there the doctor, without doing the analysis, fabricated diphtheria illness and sent them immediately in Tirana, in the hospital of Tirana. And there, the chief together with the other doctor visit and isolate my brother in the intensive care unit. I was also there, in Tirana. I saw him there myself. They put him in the box and did not allow us approach at all. My cousins pushed me away. There was my uncle too, who was also a former colonel of the Albanian army. He worked in the Ministry of Defense. Another uncle of mine was also there. They were my uncles, Kuidam Chorai and Arban Chorai. Kuidam Chorai is my uncle. He is my mom's brother. And his daughter, Heroina Ruci, works at Stop Crime. Kuidam Chorai has changed both his name and his surname. I mean, he changed it completely and made it Cristo Ruci. He has completely changed both his name and surname. He made his surname Ruci. The whole family changed it. I do not know if this can be done in Albania. And this has been the part where many doubts have been raised. And I dissociated from them because they were all corrupt. I doubted them very much. It all seemed very suspicious because everything seemed organized. I suspect that behind my cousins and my uncles probably hides a deputy. I suspect it was something organized in the Berat city administration. Corrupt doctors, both in the Berat and the Tirana hospitals. And also in the Velibisht municipal, where they registered the certificate. Where it was written that my brother died at home. He didn't die there. They probably took him somewhere. And where exactly they sent him, I sincerely don't know. The last time I saw him, it was in the Tirana hospital. At Teresa Hospital. He was isolated there in the intensive care unit. He was in the intensive care unit. And the doctors didn't let us approach. My cousin wrote in the death certificate that my brother died in my house in Drobonik of Berat. It means he lied. They probably took my brother alive and took him somewhere else, probably in another place. They pushed me away and didn't allow me approach my brother at all. Neither my parents, my uncles weren't allowing it. They were in a group. There were 20 of them in Tirana in the intensive care unit. They probably wanted to save their own children. Probably for organ trafficking. I have always had doubts because when they brought the coffin, they wouldn't even let me see him. They brought the coffin to Drobonik but didn't open it. I do not even know if it was my own brother inside or not. The coffin was not opened at all. They brought it closed and did not allow me to open it. Heroina Ruci's father, Kuidam, and my uncle did not allow me. They did not allow me, together with the other one who signed the death certificate, my cousin. All three of them didn't allow me to open the coffin. And they told me, you should not open it, because the doctor does not want to. But they didn't give me a document with a reason it shouldn't be opened. I told them I want to know if he is inside the coffin. Heroina Ruci took her position in the fake Stop Crime Agency in the 11th of November of year 2020, after her predecessor, Elvira Lani, got arrested for the second time. Elvira Lani was previously already arrested in year 2017 and was being trialed on bail for her previous crimes when she finally got her hands definitively tied on handcuffs. It seems that the superficial head of the Albanian stop crime fake agency, Fatmir Sina, can't live without his criminal females, which actually occupy most of his criminal organization. If they thought diphtheria was deadly, the police had to be present. Police was not present. And representatives from the hospital should be present also. The doctors had to immediately call the police and say it was a dangerous disease. Everything had to be isolated completely, which didn't happen. Probably they planned to kill my brother to save other persons. Back in 2019, in March 2019, I called my father after doing a lot of investigations. I talked to the doctors in Italy. I talked with judges, with prosecutors, with police inspectors, and anti-mafia prosecutors. I explained them all the details and I told my father about it. He was working in Greece at the time. I asked my father why our cousin got Sami's kidney. My dad told me that he also had some suspicions that something happened in Tirana. Because the doctors pushed me away, took Sami, and displaced him somewhere else. There have been doubts about this the entire period of this time. I was investigating. I was asking around because my cousin from Berat had his daughter sick and was looking for kidney for his daughter. These are actually words spread by my cousins. My father told me, I will talk to my brother and I will also talk to Kutam Chorai. Kutam Chorai is the father of Heroina Ricci. He is my uncle. I will talk to both of them, he said, and I will question them in more details. I told my father that I am going to denounce them. And I'm going to start a trial for my brother's death. After talking to his brother, Sami Kuci, and to his brother-in-law Kutam Chorai. 10 days after, Kutam Chorai, together with his daughter Heroina Ricci and Fatmir Sina, threw my father in the well. Heroina Ricci worked at stop crime with Fatmir Sina. Probably threw him in there and walked away. He does not talk about this because he is afraid. He is very scared. He is afraid. So afraid, he even says I fell into the well by myself. No one threw me, he says. He is clearly afraid to talk. He does not talk about this. The well was very narrow. It was very hard for someone to be in there. I don't even know how they made it to put him in there. He was 10 feet deep. 2 firefighters groups came to pull him out of there. The Greek police also came there to pull him out of the well because he really couldn't get out. In Corfu, in Greece. That's where this happened. This story has also appeared in the Greek newspapers. It was 8 of April 2019. Immediately after I told my father about my talk with the Italian anti-mafia. 10 days after, I suspect these guys kidnapped him and threw him into the well. Right after this, many people working at Stop Crime started persecuting me in Milano. I was being followed in every place I was going, but I didn't know at first who they were. because I had not seen them before. I didn't recognize them. On April 13th, I denounced my father's story. A story in which he was thrown into the well in Greece. I asked from the Albanian police through the digital police station to go and interrogate the person from Lushnja who was living with my father in Greece. I denounced him. Lushnja police went and interrogated the person for the story of the well that happened to my father in Greece. Police immediately asked him an explanation about what happened. Then, as they were not giving me an answer, the guys started with blackmail. And after this, my cousins and Fatma Sina's group kept hunting me in every corner. But I didn't yet know it was this agency. I usually used to see girls working for Fatma Sina and all the people who persecuted me in Milan. I saw them with my own eyes, surveying me from far away. And this still goes on. Fatma Sina keeps persecuting my family in Milan even today. I don't know where does he find all this money to spend for bringing his people here in Milano from Tirana to persecute my family. I don't understand this. 2 or 3 times, when I went to a park, paid and armed people came around me, but I immediately left. I did not stay there for a long time. I didn't give to the people sent by Fatma Sina here in Milan the opportunity to make possible any assassination attempt, I mean physically, and I now recognize those 2 guys. I know them very well, because they were 2 guys from Berat. I met them in Berat. There were 2 armed people there and I left immediately. Armed, they had weapons. They always approach differently, with knives or syringes. I'm always moving fast in these situations because they wait for the right moment when there are no people around, or in different other ways. They always bring different people because, as he says about the agency, there's a lot of people working there. And he also changed them. Because he is afraid, because I often call the police in these cases, if it is given any opportunity to me to do that, and they know that I'm going to immediately inform the Carabinieri, the Italian police. And many times, these people who followed me were actually stopped by the Italian police. The Italian police has always stopped the people he sends. They understand that I don't give them any opportunity and leave. Fatma Sina also uses this, his system, mafia style. Sending girls to send me into traps.